Yes, sir, we're officially back at it. This is Boog Nice coming at you with the SH Figuarts Justice League movie Batman figure review. Let's do it.
This ain't for no scalper. You a scalper? Then fuck out shit. This one's for them real collectors. That's army building and posing figures. Marvel Legends, imports, mini matey, I'm fucking with them. Hype beast, we know about you. Stay buying figs, don't know about it.
And a quick look at the right flap. You can see it says Batman. There's some Japanese above Batman. Maybe it says Batman in Japanese. There's a picture of Batman's arm. And on the left flap, you can see a full picture of the action figure. All right, let's get this guy up. All right, so I got Batman out of the package, and my initial reaction is meh. You know, I've seen quite a few pictures before I got this guy in hand, and there's been a lot of debate over this figure in the past like week or so. And I don't think that they knocked it out of the park with this figure, but he's okay. And there are some modifications that you may be able to do to make him a bit better, because he is absolutely on the short side. I'm not sure what's going on with SH Figuarts and what they're doing with their scaling, but oftentimes they make figures a little bit too short. Overall, the figure's actually still pretty good looking. I don't think that he looks as close to the original images as he should, but you know, it's not the worst Batman figure. So let's go over his accessories real quick. So straight out of the package, he comes with a set of fisted hands, and then he's got a set of open palms. Why am I so short? Then he's got a set of trigger fingers, because as we know, this Batman in this universe is with the shits. He's shooting shit up. He's down with that 187. But he actually has like a grappling gun accessory. I might as well show that while I have these trigger fingers on him. So let me get that out real quick. And there's a close look at the little grappling gun. And I see that this little piece here comes out. I had to look at the instructions because there was another little piece that came. But this comes out, and then you're supposed to put in this little tiny piece here. There you go. And there's that. So pretty good detail on this thing. They definitely painted it up. See the brown handle? You can actually see the trigger and a little recoiling mechanism, I guess. I'm not sure what this is that I added on. I don't know what that's really supposed to be. Help me out in the comments if you know. But let's get this in his hand. And there's that. So yeah, he can hold it in his left or his right hand with no issue. And it looks pretty good. It wasn't that easy swapping out the hands. I should probably mention that. So be a little careful. Maybe you want to run a little hot water on the hand before you swap it onto the peg. These pegs are small. You definitely don't want to break the peg. And then his last set of hands is a semi-open set. These are actually for holding his last accessory, which is Batarang, which I'll get out in 1 second. But these look good. I guess he could hold all type of things, or maybe these are the hands he would use to give Robin a purple nurple back in the day. But let's get that Batarang out. And there you go. The Batarang looks good. It looks metallic. It's got some nice sharp edges on it. But yeah, you can put that in his hand any way you want. It's probably not the best holding position, but yeah, it looks pretty good, and he can hold it with either hand without an issue. And that's pretty much it in terms of accessories for this Batman. I mean, that's it. You get the 3 interchangeable sets of hands, the Batarang, and the grappling gun, and that's it. I would have liked to see more accessories for Batman. I mean, he's got the utility belt. He's the guy with all the gadgets and stuff, you know? But yeah, let's look at his deco. Looking at the deco, this is where some of my gripes begin. Like I said, I don't think this looks as good as it did in the promo images as far as the color of the suit and the detail here. I don't feel like it's as detailed as it could be, and I think that the color is a little on the light side. It should have been a little darker, maybe had a little wash on it or something. But there are a lot of nice details on the costume as far as how these gloves look, and the knuckles here on the gloves, and these little spikes here on the forearm. The utility belt looks very good, nicely detailed, nice colors. SH Figuarts always does a pretty good job of painting their stuff. I do think that this lower jaw and the face looks pretty close to Ben Affleck. I'm still not really a huge fan, excuse me, of how the head and neck look, though. Something seems a bit off still. But yeah, the boots look good. You can see some little like bronzes color there. And the cape looks good, pretty good. You know, SH Figuarts is not traditionally known for doing the cloth capes like that. And it does have some wire in it along the outer rim of the cape. It's not the best, though. You're not going to get the best dynamic looks out of the cape. I mean, you could finesse it a little bit, but it's not the greatest. But the cape does look pretty good, and I think that in some shadowy, dark Batman-esque scenes, then you'll probably get the desired look. But the deco is just okay. It could have been better. It could have been closer to those original promo images. A quick look at the bat symbol, which again looks okay. You know, I'm not blown away. In terms of articulation, the head and neck is on a little ball joint here. I popped off the head just so you can see that. I popped off the head because I want to see if I'll be able to do an unmasked look, which I'll get into after this segment right here. And yeah, so head and neck is on a ball joint. Let me get this back on. Now the neck does have some movement free of the head and vice versa, but not the best. But you can get him to look down just that far, which is weird. You would want him to have definitely a better range of motion in the head and neck as far as looking down and up. And up is going to be about that far. It can pivot left to right and look left to right with no problem, but I would have liked to see more articulation in the head and neck. Batman is always looking down, looking up. You know, shoulders are on a ball joint and a butterfly joint here, so the shoulders will come up pretty far. You can get them to do a full 360. There is no bicep swivel, which I would prefer, but the way this joint works, it does rotate on the joint here pretty well, so it's decent. You get a little bit more than 90 degrees on the elbow. I wouldn't really say it's double jointed. I mean, it is double jointed actually. The joint is there, but because of the glove, it's hindered just a little bit. You do get upper torso rotation, so this will move left to right, and it'll turn. And then he will also turn left to right at the waist and get just a little bit of ab crunch. There's not enough ab crunch on this figure. And one of my other gripes, like I said, he's very short. You can see this in the promo images. All of this was exposed, and you could see his six-pack, I guess. But the way they built it, it's not, you know, when you have him just standing upright regular, you can't really see that. So what I did was I actually ordered another little ball peg that I'm gonna put in here to extend this upper torso. It's not gonna be in this video, but I'll show it in a bonus vid at some point. But yeah, back to articulation. At the waist, it's a typical SH Figuart joint. You can see the double ball pegs there, and that'll allow the leg to rotate on this joint a little bit, which is supposed to be your replacement of an upper thigh swivel. This is the upper thigh swivel pretty much, but the legs will come up pretty far. He can do a split, and that's pretty much it there. Double jointed knee. I wish there was some rotation at the boot, but you get rotation at the foot. You get a slight hinge and a slight pivot. It's not the best range of motion on the feet. I want to see his feet be able to point down at the bottom and be able to go up, and it's just not enough articulation there. So you know, okay, I would have liked to see them really dive a little deeper with the articulation here on Batman. Some quick size comparisons. You have the Mezco, the Dark Knight Rises, or Dark Knight Batman, whatever it's called. But that's the Mezco Batman on the far left, and then on the far right you have the Mafex BVS Batman, which I think is probably one of the best Batmans that we have in 6-inch form. Still don't think we have the definitive Batman just yet. That's a movie Batman or a regular comic version of Batman. You know, no company has really knocked it out of the park just yet. But anyway, you can see that the SH Figuarts Batman is shorter than both of those guys. He's very short. But let's get him compared to other SH Figuarts offerings. And real quick, just for fun, this is the gun that came with that BVS Mafex Batman. So you can kind of finesse it and give it to the SH Figuarts version. And this is the unmasked head that came with that Batcave big like target set that came out earlier in this year, maybe last year. I don't remember. Somebody help me out in the comments. If I got a picture of it, I'll show a picture of it real quick. But there was a pretty terrible Batman that came in that pack that had an unmasked head that worked perfectly on the BVS Mafex Batman. I mean, it literally popped on the peg. And on here, it looks pretty good for this Batman as well. So it can work. The head does need like a little bit of paint though. This is unpainted. This is just how it is stock. But with a little bit of paint, it does definitely look like Ben Affleck. So, all right, moving on with the size comparisons. I really like the way that unmasked head looks, but there he is next to other SH Figuarts offerings. So you got the Joker and Harley on the right, and you can see he's standing just a tad bit taller than the two of them, and I don't think it should be that way. So even with other figures within the same universe or the same company, he still looks very short, a little kind of frumpy, a little stumpy. So if you're paying $50-$60 for a high-end quality action figure, then you shouldn't have to do anything. You shouldn't be painting it. You shouldn't be modding it. I mean, unless it's something that you really want to do, but you shouldn't have to do that to make the figure, you know, to have the figure to your liking, basically. But yeah, I got a little bonus. The main reason why I wanted to get this Batman was because I knew I was getting the RC Batmobile, so I want to pair those up. So let me get them with that and close out the review with that. Alright, I'm getting up out of here. Just want to get a shot of Batman with the RC Justice League Batmobile here. This is from Mattel. And I just wanted to talk about this for a quick moment because we are actually running a drawing right now where you can win this massive vehicle for as little as $6. So these drawings that we do every so often, we do maybe a couple a month, maybe once a month we'll do something, but this is the largest thing that we've done. Unfortunately, we're not going to pay for the shipping internationally. So if you are wanting to enter and you're not in the States, then you would have to have it shipped to somewhere in the States if you win. But other than that, anybody can get in, and like I said, for as little as $6, you got a chance at winning this vehicle. So the description, the link for that will be in the description below. Trying to get as many people to get involved as possible. I think the last thing that we gave away was the Mezco Wolverine, and before that, maybe it was the Deadpool, the HasCon Deadpool. So like I said, we do this pretty often with popular items. And this is almost like a $250, almost $300 vehicle here that you could possibly win for $6. So yeah, link in the description below. As you can see, Batman looks great next to the Batmobile here. I'm looking forward to getting that little extension part for the upper torso that I showed, so I can make him a bit taller. But I think these look wonderful together. But let me give you a shot with him inside the Batmobile too. So yeah, like I said, he fits in there with no problem. You can get his hands on the steering wheel. You know, being that this the SH Figuarts is a bit smaller scale, he gets in there. He's got room. You can close it up. You can see him actually in there. I hate this door on this vehicle though. It's kind of weird how they make it close, but yeah, you can see him in there. Hold on a second. And that looks good. So there it is. All right, thanks for hanging out. As always, rate, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, peace.
That's crispy.